Hi, Yosra. Nice to see these new essays from you. Good job. Let's get right into this so we can see what you said. Okay, so the first one is the pie charts. Now, just an FYI for you, it's really helpful if you can include the image of the chart so that I can refer to it when I correct these, okay? So let's do this. Let's see. The pie charts illustrate the percentages of favorite school subjects for students in New South Wales schools in the years 2014 and 2017. Fine. To begin with, math and geography, which each comprised, okay, so you don't need some of these words here, over a quarter of school subject preferences, without the S here, in 2014 fell significantly to 12 and 18 in 2017, respectively. Okay, that's fine. You don't tell me what their initial numbers were, but all right, that's fine. In 2014, chemistry made the lowest portions. No, I think you want to say instead chemistry had the lowest proportion, or represented, that's even better. Chemistry represented the least favorite subject for students in New South Wales at 1%. Surprisingly, after 3 years, this figure disappeared completely. Okay, that I really like. On the other hand, history in 2014 accounted for only 1.2. History, which in 2014 accounted for only 1.2, experienced a dramatic increase to almost 1/5 of the total of school subject preferences in 2017. Next, 2014 witnessed a remarkable growth in the percentage of biology from 13.4 to almost 1/4. In contrast, proportions of IT were partially identical. Okay, respectively. Overall, math and geography represented the most favorite subjects, while IT and history were the least significant parts of school subjects. IT and history were the least favorite, I would say, school subjects, and then you can get rid of some of these words. However, at the end of the given period, biology and physics had the most significant feature. What about chemistry? Why didn't you mention chemistry here? Okay, on the whole, though, this is fine. I mean, you did a good job. There were some problems with the expressions throughout that were a little funny, but okay, on the whole, that was a good attempt. So let's take a look now at your task 2. Vehicle-free days. Okay. Do the benefits outweigh the disadvantages? So experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether the advantages of private vehicle, no S, free days. Okay, there's some problems here. Let's try it from the beginning. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether the advantages of private vehicle free days in certain days, and you know what? Let's just get rid of this completely. Could outweigh the drawbacks. Okay, that's what you want to say. You've got some wording and some phrasing here that doesn't really help the sentence, and in fact it just makes it grammatically incorrect. So let's get rid of that and simplify it to what I just suggested. Okay, I strongly advocate that the positive impacts of this law are more than its negative. Fine. To begin with, there is ample evidence that banning private mobiles, I don't even mean by that, private automobiles, I think you mean, and trucks on certain days has numerous benefits on the environment and people. The central reason behind that is twofold. Why don't we put a colon here or a semicolon rather than a comma? Firstly, air pollution and global warming will reduce significantly as carbon monoxide, which comes mainly from the emission of car exhaust, no S, is a major contributor to air pollution. Fine. Secondly, if this concept is applied, okay, passive voice, is applied in a long and regular way, it will be able to tackle the issue of traffic jams, plural, which has here become a real challenge in our life, since there is economic cost of lost hours for work. Don't put this in parentheses. Lost hours of work and leisure. For example, the empirical research at the Harvard Central Risk Analysis indicated that drivers in most congested cities in the United States sit around 4 to 2 hours in traffic jams yearly. Therefore, it is, you're missing an is here, is conclusively clear that vehicle-free days will be beneficial for us and the environment as well. Okay. Although there is a case of banning private cars, a case for banning private cars on certain days, I would get rid of this right here. You don't need it. There are a few, you want to say that there's some, not almost none. There are a few drawbacks that cannot be overstated. This is due to the fact that some public transport networks are already crowded and unreliable, so with more commuters on these days, these networks would not manage with an A here. Also, it must not be forgotten that some public transport, you can't really say few, that some public transport is expensive compared to private cars. For instance, ticket prices on Canada via rail from I don't know what you're trying to say. I'm trying to say via rail, via train. I'm not sure. From Montreal to Toronto costs $400 with the $sign going before the number, while using a private car will only cost $120. Again, $sign goes before the number. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that not all cities have reliable public transport networks to support this notion. Okay, to conclude in the examples and arguments given, I firmly believe that although there are some disadvantages for vehicle, no S, truck, no S, motorcycle, no S, free days, the role of banning this is not the role, the benefit, well, you can't say that either. The advantages of banning this are much more beneficial, I would say here instead. So, check it out. The biggest problem for me here is then the order of your paragraphs. You have to put the paragraph that you support towards the bottom, next to your conclusion. And the paragraph that you don't support, you have to put right after your introduction, okay? We always do that. We talk about the side we disagree with first, and then we talk about ours. Let's see. So I guess that brings us then to the end of this correction. There were some nice elements here, but there are also some things that you have to clean up a little bit. So I will let you get to that. Correct the essays, add the errors to your error correction list, and write new essays for us. All right, so in the next day or so. So good luck with that, and keep on writing. I'll wait to see what you write next.